Beauties, you guys are gonna need some coffee for this one because this look right here is gonna be a banger. This is gonna take you guys some time to do. What is up, my beauties? Welcome back to my channel. I am Michaella Shanti if you beauties are new here to my channel. So today, beauties, I wanted to create a very creative, artistic look for you beauties today. So if you guys are looking to give this look a go, you guys can go ahead, go right for it, girl. But this is gonna be a little bit more of an advanced type of look. If you guys are looking for something more simple, I would highly recommend checking out my 50s vibes or my 70s also vibes. Is very nice and easy, simple to do. All right, beauties, so for this look today, we are getting into the Fade into Hue palette. This is by Colourpop Cosmetics over here, you guys. I do love the vibes that they do give off of this palette. This is definitely kind of a rainbow type of palette that I do get off of the vibes that you have in here. So we're gonna create that right over here. And beauties, I also wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what this palette looks like. This is the Fade into Hue palette. This is by Colourpop. So you guys see these are very eccentric colors. You definitely get some rainbow vibes off of this palette. So this definitely can give you a nice inspiration to get this look going. And also, beauties, to make these colors pop and stand out, we are also going to set our eyes over here. So for setting your eyes, I go into the P. base and Rumour #2. So I'm just gonna pat that base on until we get a nice, smooth, solid base over there, and then we are going to get into blending out that shade in Paradise. Alright, beauties, so you can see how this P. base makes it nice and smooth so we can get into our pigments and make them pop. So beauties, we're gonna go into the shade Paradise over here. So we're gonna use that nice beautiful red tone and we're gonna blend it into our crease. We're gonna get a nice smooth blending effect. I usually go in circular motions to blend this pigment out so we can get a nice blended in-depth crease. Alright, so the next shade that we're gonna be getting into is Big Smile, and then we're also going to be getting into this shade called Abstract. These are nice, beautiful, bold yellow shades, nice and vibrant over here. So we're gonna pack this pigment right in between where we put the red and the yellow. We're gonna go in with a orange type of vibe, a shade. So we're gonna go into this shade called Art Deco. It is a nice, beautiful, glittery, vibrant orange shade. And also, beauties, just for a little tip when you guys are doing your makeup, I would also highly recommend for you guys to go into a different brush when you're doing each different pigment, because if you use the same brush with the same pigments, you're just gonna have a very messy blend out. So it just makes everything more simple and easier if you guys go into a different brush when you are blending out your pigments. So now what we're about to do is we're just going to go into those same shades. You're going to blend it out with your consistency. So just go back in maybe 2 to 3 times with these shades until you get your desired effect on how you like your gradient effect. Me, I like to do it as much as possibly as I can to try to perfect it. You know, we can't get it, you know, necessarily perfect sometimes, but I try to go back in 2 to 3 times to get a nice, beautiful blend out. So that's what we're gonna focus on doing right now. We're just gonna go back in with those pigments and then we're gonna get into cutting our crease. My tip for what I do, I usually go into a cotton swab and then I'm gonna put a little bit of Vaseline on it so it'll clean up that excess eyeshadow that we do have, and we're gonna kind of trace out where we're gonna put our cut crease, and then you're just gonna take off that part of the eyeshadow and then we're gonna get into our base. So then we're gonna pack on that base and get a nice smooth circled out effect. So we're kind of gonna create this as if it was a moon on our eye, kind of like how we see a circular rainbow. How you guys imagine a rainbow in your head, you guys know a rainbow is circular. So you're gonna do the same thing on your eye. You're just gonna go in that circular motion and conceal that out. So I'm gonna go with my Q-tip and then we're just gonna clean it up with our micellar water. So I'm just gonna kind of create kind of like a triangle effect, as you guys will see in this clip, and I'm just gonna take off that eyeshadow and the cut crease that we did do. So when we put our clouds on, we're not going to have a bunch of pigment going on everywhere, so it's going to be hard to blend out. So this just makes for a smoother process and a smoother application when we do have this excess pigment that is going to get in the way off. So now what we're going to go do is we're going to go back in with our P. base and Rumour #0. I'm just going to pat that on so we can get a nice clean base. So this is going to help us when we do put on our clouds. It's going to be a more smoother application because we're not going to have all of our pigment getting in the way and making our clouds like yellow or red. If we have that pigment on there and we're trying to blend out the clouds, it's just gonna look very offsetting because we're gonna have that pigment getting in the way of us trying to put in white clouds. It's just gonna look all crazy, you guys. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend you guys taking it off and then setting it with your base again. So we have a nice clean base down over here so we can get into these nice beautiful pigments, you guys. Step process, we're gonna do shadows, Next, we're gonna do our liners, and then the third step is gonna be our clouds. So we are going to go in our Roy G. Biv. If you guys remember back, if you guys were in high school and you guys were taking science class, they always taught us about Roy G. Biv. So how our rainbow goes, it goes red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, and violet. So for liners, you guys, I'm getting into my Beats by Deb. So for liners, you guys, I'm getting into my BeatsbyDeb Cosmetics. These are her Hydra liners. I do love them. They give you a nice vibrant look to complete your look, any type of look you guys do. You guys, there's literally only 4 liners out of the whole palette of Hydra liners that we're not going to use. So we're basically going to use all those colors that I did describe earlier. So beauties, these are the Hydra liners over here. So we have red over here. This shade is called Saucy. We have our blue over here. It's called Boss Moves. We have our purple over here. It's called Bittersweet. And then we have our orange over here, it's called Tangy. We have the yellow over here, it's called Firefly. And then we also have our last one over here that we're gonna be using. This is called Money Maker. This is in green. So I'm gonna line it with the red liner. And then the next shade that we're gonna get into is that orange. We're gonna highlight with that orange liner. The next one that we're gonna highlight is with yellow. So we're gonna go into that yellow liner, girl, in that Firefly. And then after yellow, you're gonna go into green. And then after we do line that out with the green, we're gonna go in with our blue color. We're gonna line that right on the bottom. And then the next one that we're gonna go into is the indigo, girl. We're gonna get into that indigo, closer to the indigo color. And then the last shade that we're gonna go into is that violet shade. So we're just gonna pack these all on, line them up, and we're kind of gonna create a gradient effect as well. We're gonna get longer from the top, and then from those colors all the way down to that violet, you're gonna make it very much smaller than when you did the top line on the top. So for the clouds, I am first gonna go into a shade in the Fade into Hue palette. So I'll show you what we're gonna get into. So beauties, we're gonna go into this nice pink shade over here. It's called Love and Warhol. So we're gonna trace out where we did have our cut creases on the edges over here. So we're gonna put that pink pigment, line it up in a certain area, that pink pigment, line it up in a certain area, and kind of create a trace out for where we're gonna put our clouds. This is kind of gonna be our guide on where we're gonna put our clouds. So where we put our pink pigment, we're gonna put our liner right on top. The liner I'm gonna go into is the one in BeatsbyDeb Cosmetics. So what I'm going to do is kind of make some big, some small, just kind of give your artistic side a feel for this type of cloud vibe. We're definitely going to bring some color back into this to make it look a little bit more of a realistic cloud. So we're going to go back in with that pink shade that we did use to trace it out, and we're going to just blend that right on top of our clouds. And then we're also going to go into that yellow glittery shade that we did use earlier in the video on our shadows, and we're just going to pop that on as well to get a nice, beautiful cloud realistic look. And also beauties, you guys can get into any types of colors for your clouds. If you guys want to do a blue cloud, if you guys want to, you guys can make any type of colorful cloud that you just pop a little bit of the color that you want to use on where you put your liner, and you're just going to pop on a little bit of that pigment. So you guys can use any type of color if you guys want to replicate this in a type of different way. I just went for, you know, how you guys think of a sunset. When a sunset is, when the sun is setting, you guys see nice beautiful pink clouds, you see a yellow tint to it. So this is kind of the type of cloud I was. And you guys can go in with this little by little. You guys can think of your eye as literally like your canvas. You guys can create anything on your eye. This is your canvas. You guys can go into different colors, go into different vibes. So if you guys are trying to create a picture on your eye, girl, you can create that picture on your eye. So you guys can also go back in. I'm going in and I'm kind of just going in places where I think my clouds could be higher, or I think they could be a little lower, or I want like more of a white hue to my cloud. I'm just kind of going in there and bringing that depth of that cloud back in there so it can look nice and flourished. Because we want our clouds to look like, you know, like we literally, you know, painted them on our eyes. So we want to go for that type of look. All right, beauties. So that's what our clouds are looking like over here, you guys. I'm really excited for this look. I love how these clouds turned out. We got to pop on our little toppers. So you guys, I really did want to emphasize this nice, beautiful kind of vibe over here. So we're also getting into some little glitter stars. I did receive this for PR a while ago from, their name is Lipmermaid Cosmetics. Bhcosmetics. You guys can also find them on Instagram. These are for your lips, but you guys can also use them anywhere on your body. So you can use them on your eyes, you can use them on your face. These are just very universal. I would highly recommend you guys to check them out. This is a kind of like a lip gloss, so it has a glossy texture, so when you pop this on, it's gonna stick right onto your eye. With this eye look, we're just gonna feel out where we want to pop on our little stars, so just pop them on wherever you think they would look good and appealing. And then we're also gonna pop on some glitter from Beats by Deb, so we can get this look nice and snatched, and it's gonna look nice and vibrant and beautiful today, okay? And also, beauties, just to be an extra baddie over here, we're gonna pop on some of this NYX glitter goals. This is in the silver shade Diamond Dust, so you're kind of just gonna pop these in areas where you'd want like a little glitter star, and then you're just gonna pop it in. All right, baddies, so we got this popped on over here, period. We looking like a bad biddy over here, okay? I'm gonna pop on my lashes from Strips by RS, Reign Supreme. You guys can find her on Instagram. I will also link her down below. These lashes are in the style Hollywood, so I'm just gonna pop these on real quick so we can get this look nice, slayed, and snatched, and then we're about to get into doing our full face beat over here, ladies, okay? So for a full face beat, I'm gonna get into my ILMakiage and Woke Up Like This, and then we are also gonna pair it with the Juviasplace ILMagic foundation to get a nice, beautiful full face beat. And I'm also blending this out with a beauty blender so we can get a nice, smooth, defined finish. And you guys also, I know some people like to do their foundation first and then go into their eyes. For me, I like doing my eyes first because that's the area that takes me the longest and the most. So when I get into my face, I already know what I'm doing. But I mean, if you guys want to do it the other way, you guys are welcome to do that as well. Also, when I'm doing this part of my makeup and putting on my foundation, I just make sure to avoid the eye area, because if you guys put, you know, like we came out more over here on this side of the eye, so you're gonna definitely want to just be careful and kind of just outline that area. So for the top of my eyebrows, I always use my concealer brush or my cut crease brush, and I'm just gonna outline the tops of my eyebrows so I can get a nice defined look, because I didn't out trace the top of my eyebrows yet. I usually wait to do that once I'm doing my foundation. We're gonna get into our Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. We're gonna take that on our highlighted parts, girl, and then we're also gonna go into our P. Louise Rumour No. 2 base, and we're also just gonna pop that on our inner corners and then our highlighted areas, just to make that part of our highlighted areas highlight just a little bit more. You guys, this literally reminds me of a look I did probably about a year ago on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram, but this is more of like an amped up type of vibe from what I did in my previous one. I did do clouds and it was like a Valentine's Day look, you guys, but this one, you guys, you can tell my makeup progress and progression has gotten so much better from a year ago to now. I am just so amazed, and I'm just so thankful on how much I progressed myself and pushing myself and also getting out these videos for you guys. So I hope you guys are staying in tune to my videos, and if you guys are still watching, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, girl, and that like button so you guys will not miss an upload from me, and join the beauty tribe, okay? Alright, beauty, so I did get into doing my face off of camera, you guys, because my memory card is running out of storage. So I'm just popped on. I used my Kylie Jenner setting powder and also my Bhcosmetics to bronzen up over here, and then also for my set over here. And then now I'm getting into my highlight and Makeuprevolution, Dare to Divulge over here, girl. And then we're also going into our Beatsbydeb Highlight, that little glitter so we can shine bright. And then also I did use the same liners that we did on for our rainbow on my waterline over here. So we have a rainbow waterline, and then also I used those shades on top of my eye over here. Also I blended it also on the bottom as well. So we're just getting this nice glow, as you guys can see, glow to the gods. I did pop on a little bit of fake freckles with my Colourpop freckle pens in soft brown and dark brown. Alright, beauty, so this is my completed look over here, you guys. So I'm gonna spray my face with a little bit of setting spray. You guys, I did not forget about lips. I'm gonna do my lips off of camera because I'm running out of my storage. So I'm gonna set with my, I just recently picked this up from Target. It's the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist by e.l.f. I really like the smell of it. I love this, that aesthetic right there that you guys feel, that ass smear. So I love that vibe. So we're just gonna set this all together, girl, because we do not want all this hard work. We spent all this time getting slayed to the gods. We do not want this coming off. All right, beauties, so I'm gonna get into doing my lips off of camera. I'm gonna fix up my hair a little bit, get a little vibe for this look, and I will be right back, girl, okay? All right, my beautiful beauties, this is the completed look to this rainbow inspired eye over here with a little bit of clouds. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys get some tips and tricks to bring to your own makeup routine at home. I hope you guys do get inspired off of this look and that you bring something creative. This is definitely a creative look. This is giving me some e-girl vibes. What kind of vibes are you guys getting off of this look? Also comment down below. Thank you so much, beauty, for staying in tune to my video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, girl. If you stuck to the end of the video, girl, you are amazing. Already hit that subscribe button because you're already into it. I love you, beauties. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys on my next upload, girl, okay? I love you. Bye.